All right, we are back. 2011 Chicago Open, heading towards the end of the day in our final matches. D1 final, Pro final coming at you in just a few. But first, we have our third and fourth place consolation match. Upton 187 and
Assault.
And they're going to be taking on Assault. We'd like to thank our 2011 sponsors for the PSP, Dye Precision, Draxis Paintball, GI Sports, Planet Eclipse. Without all of those companies, we wouldn't be here. It's that simple. So, you know, give your support to those teams. I'm sorry, to those companies. And Assault and Upton 187 going to be throwing down here for your viewing pleasure. We're throwing 15 minutes on that clock. Third and fourth place, third place on the line here. Let's see what these two teams have to bring. They lost earlier on today, and now they were going to be combating each other. Well, who are you taking?
Assault.
Assault?
Yeah.
All right, I'll take Upton.
Okay.
Should we put $100,000 on this game? What do you think?
Sure.
All right, awesome.
$100,000 in this game, folks.
One
Between
day,
that.
Nick. One day.
One
day we'll be able to bet $100,000 on a game.
I got a lucky lotto ticket in my car.
That'll never happen. All right, so off the break, both teams breaking out, and here comes
Assault letting me down, losing a guy filling out on the
losing
snake
a
side.
player off
Come
the break
on.
over here on the snake side of the field. 187 trying to get into the snake, and
Assault dropping another body there on the Dorito side.
And he's able to get in nice and clean and immediately passing the insert bunker. Oh, but looks out into a ball, gets shot. And then immediately right after that, player filling in directly behind him.
Good move.
Yeah, it was solid, man. Well played. Able to get in there, and you know, hey man, that's what happens. You double it up. Make sure that if you're a back guy, you could be easily become a front guy immediately. You know,
in this game, you have to be. You know, there's I'd say in my mind, there's no such thing as a back guy anymore, and there can't be. Not in the race 2 format.
Well, yeah, and he's not back guy. It's more of like just where are you playing at that moment.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean, you definitely have. I mean, in our team on Aftershock, we definitely have players that are traditionally play, you know, the back spots off the break. But, you know, our biggest guys like Chris Ocene this weekend performed phenomenally, and he won.
Ocene.
Yeah, so seeing as you're not going in. He won, I mean, 3-on-1s, 2-on-1s, 1-on-1s from the snake. You know, he's pulling stuff, and he's bigger than I am. So, I mean, you have to learn to adapt yourself to play every position on this field, and definitely know your shots, because you're going to get put in those positions where you know, you're going to have to fill a snake. You're going to have to know once I get to the snake 1. Yeah. I got to, you know, my first shot's in the Dorito corner or the Dorito 1 or whatever it may be. But Upton 187 taking that first point, as long as he's called clean by the ref, which he is. So there'll be 1 point on the board for Upton. And say definitely a good job over there for Upton filling in the snake after their first player died. And we were talking about that in an earlier game. You know, you can't. You watch your player fill the snake, and you know you see him eliminated. You have to know you have to go up there and keep that pressure on. Yeah, so there's definitely a good fill.
I really like 2 players on Assault, and Tyler Nalig and Mike Wicke. Those guys used to play for Penn State. Very solid paintball players, and I've watched them play for the past, I want to say 5 years.
Okay.
Super
wow,
seniors.
Nice.
Super seniors.
Yeah, definitely. Wow. Wait, 5 years.
But
good for them.
Yeah, and you know they're good snake players, man. They play well together, and Penn State was always contending for the title. So, and now they're playing for Assault.
Now I got a
recent move for them, and look for them to be stunting over here on the snake side of the field. But Upton a little better than them this particular point. 13-15 left on your clock here in regulation. Just getting this game going.
Yeah, I know that Assault, they actually, them and I think 1 or 2 other local teams out there from the Pittsburgh, Maryland area, they chartered a bus, a coach bus, to bring them out here.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, hey, why take a plane? You can take a bus, I guess.
Exactly.
Well, the story you told me, man, I would have lost it. I can't stand flying and playing. Like I pray every time I get on a plane. I swear to you, because it's like you have no control over it. It's like I hope the pilot's going to do a good job. Yeah,
and you don't know who the pilot is.
Yeah.
And the biggest thing, I remember Chris Stilts once wrote in Paint Magazine one time. It's perfect because you can't ask you can't say, hey man, why don't you pull over? Let me take over for a while. You can't do that on a plane.
Nope.
You're just sitting there playing rock. That, hey, I'll tell you what, man. That flight was Mr. Toad's Wild Ride, man. All right, so here we go on the breakout now. The teams have switched sides, and it looks like Tyler Nalick walking off the back corner here for Assault.
Dropping 2 bodies.
Mike Wickie's going to try to get into the snake here for him. I really like Mike Wickie's play. He's a strong snake player, and he is bouncing out to the back corner.
He's a very colorful mask.
Yes. He's a colorful guy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. We need those characters in paintball.
We do. We need characters in paintball.
So it looks like we got
Gotta put
ourselves
the drama in it.
Yes. Yes. Looks like we got ourselves a 4-on-3 situation with Upton having the upper hand in this right now. Assault holding the back line.
And let's see. There we go. Wiki making his move into.
That's good though. I mean, he's definitely working it. You know.
Yeah. Now all he has to do, and you can see his bunker is getting shot at. Well, it's getting shot at by the player you're looking at right on your screen now. Good crossfield spread by Upton 187, and Upton makes his move into the snake. Wicky's going to have to try to get in the snake here. Oh, look at that. Upton 187 getting shot out of that snake 1 bunker. And then Wicky, it looks like he narrowly head checks away from a ball. I don't know, he might have got shot. The referee in there checking him out. It looks like he is clean. And then Wicky immediately back into the gunfight.
So we're evening it up now. We got 3-on-3. But
goggles come off.
Are they gonna? Okay, they're gonna keep him in.
And Wiki immediately in and powerfully down the snake.
And I wonder if they pulled that player because his mask came off, because I didn't see anyone shooting at him. I believe we got Richard Vett from Assault holding it down in the back center, putting pressure on that Dorito side.
You're looking at the overhead shot here, my and Sky, and you can see
what a beautiful shot that is.
All the players for 187 are on the center to the Dorito side of the field, and here comes Wiki now wrapping around, just dominating over here on this snake side of the field. Let's see if he needs to get himself across. There's nothing really stopping him at this point.
You know what? His coach needs to tell him.
There you go.
Okay, so
now Wiki gonna come down, take out. And then it looks like there's only, that's it, going to do it. So nice job by Mike Wiki.
Yeah, very good play. You know, and say he did a great job of keeping his composure. You know, worked himself out at the corner, then up into the bunker right there in front of the snake.
And that's a big point for them because, you know, they're playing for pride. They're playing for 3rd and 4th. 3rd place sounds way better than 4th place.
Mm-hmm.
And
it's a check.
And it's a check, too. You know, and every dollar counts. Every dollar counts. So nice job again, Mike Wiki. After Tyler Nalick got shot out of that back corner, Mike was able to get it done pretty much by himself. He did have a player come back behind him, I believe, there at the end.
Yeah, he filled up the center, supporting role. And I said, I don't know if you guys caught that on your screen, but if your mask does come off your body, or your face, the thing that it protects, even if you do get it back on safely, you will be eliminated, whether or not you were shot.
It's just one of the rules.
One of the rules of the game. So I'd say that it appeared to me that the player diving into the snake for Upton, his mask came up a little too far that the ref liked, and he pulled him out of there. It didn't look like he was shot at all, but.
Well, the thing, and I always wondered about. I mean, that rule kind of sucks, honestly. You know, you dive in, whoops, I tripped on accident.
Yeah. My
goggle comes off. Now I may get shot in the eye, so I'm diving in there. And then now, not only that, I'm out too. I didn't even get shot necessarily, but I'm out.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, I mean, you've seen, I've seen Brandon Short dislocate his shoulder, you know, and keep playing.
That was beastly, man. That was awesome. I remember that was. You know, Shorty was coming up at that time, and they ended up winning that championship.
Mm-hmm.
And that was just some old Ironman stuff, you know, hardcore. And Shorty, it was very tough. I remember he dislocates his shoulder, puts it back in, he bangs his head against the bunker in pain. It was great. Shot a guy with his other hand.
He's holding his gun with his opposite arm, and still eliminates a player while his other arm is just dangling there. And wow, yeah, that's beast. That's I don't know, legendary status there.
Yeah, absolutely.
This one time, I dislocated my arm. It's like story. It's like, nah, that's bull.
Yeah,
that didn't happen.
That didn't happen.
It did happen.
All right, so now it looks like a decent crossfield spread for Assault. And then trying to get out wide on the Dorito side. Upton 187, good move up that center.
Yeah, we got an Upton 187 player up at the, this we call it the Xbox, pretty much up by the A, trying to cut off one half of the field. He just let an Assault player though fill out. So you got to stay in that gun. You got to keep those lanes filled, man.
And this is the D1 consolation match that you are watching, 3rd and 4th place. And this is important because, you know, these guys, they want to play pro. Everyone out here wants to play pro. Probably want to take their teams pro, and they have to jump from here to do it. So this is the proving grounds for tomorrow's pro players that you're watching right now.
After this, it's over with. You know, you're on that bus ride, that train ride, that flight home, and you know, even though it's 3rd and 4th, you know, 3rd place, you said, sounds a lot better than 4th place. I mean, you want to leave on a high note. You know?
Absolutely.
I mean, it's not like you don't see people going to these games playing, you know, with minimal effort. You got to go into these games wanting to win. And this is just it's another test. And if those teams, they want to get to that pro level, this is where you grind it out and you earn it.
And earning it is, I think, the key word there. You know, paintball is a meritocracy, and you keep what you kill. So this is all about the respect of your peers, because at the end of the day, you know, yeah, you can win some money playing paintball, but it's nothing to write home about. And ultimately, you want to just, when you finish, you want to be able to walk around and be able to hang your head high, ultimately, because that's all you get to take with you at the end of the day.
Yes, sir.
It's not like these professional paintball players are going home to their mansions and trophy wives and race cars. You know, they're going home to a regular job and a regular apartment.
Or they're living with their parents.
Or they're living with their parents. Whatever you got to do to make the dream happen.
It's true.
So 8 minutes and 7 seconds left to go. We got ourselves a tie game. Very closely contested match so far. And I would say the field position advantage, I was about to try to argue both ways, but now it's obviously in favor of Assault. Though,
well, I mean, we've seen things change here very rapidly. It's a 3-on-3 now.
Yeah, these games have just been crazy.
Yeah, and you know, the Snake player for Assault's really not pushing the issue. I mean, he's not getting contested down the tape, and he's just sitting there in his bunker. You know, I'm just trying to get that crossfield shot, but man, you got a better shot if you move up. You know,
I don't know what's stopping him. It doesn't really look like there's anything stopping him. So that's slack him.
And you know, I mean, he takes the walk. So Assault dropping bodies there, yeah, and say, yeah, Brian, I say you definitely need to get down that Snake, man. I mean,
so with just under 7 minutes to play, it looks like Upton 187 is going to be going up a point, 2-1 here against Assault. So Assault going to have to go back and rub some wounds and figure out what's going on. This is an interesting game, though. I mean, it's very close. If you've seen the longer points in quick point,
it's
anyone's match at this point.
These teams played earlier this morning, didn't they? They did. Then they have a long, drawn-out game.
Yes,
I think it was.
But they didn't play each other this morning.
No. Okay. Oh yeah, that would not make sense.
Yeah, you threw me for a loop
Wait,
there
what?
for a second. I'm like, did they play? I've seen a lot of games this weekend, but
yeah.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I think Assault's game was definitely maybe it would have been the 2-1 match earlier in the D1 semifinals.
So I got somebody asking, what's the favorite country that we've been to? Country. I don't know. Personally, I'd have to say, that's why I went down and kind of wanted to talk to the Swedish team. I was like, Swedes. Love Sweden. Had a lot of fun there. Though, you know, Germany is pretty awesome. Sweden was definitely probably the best, my favorite country to go to.
I have not yet.
There's a lot of great places, though.
Yes, I haven't had the opportunity to go to Europe at all. Canada is kind of like my second home. I've been going up there for 5 years playing in the CXBL, another race tour X-ball format up there, which is a lot of fun. But I've had quite a few opportunities to go down into South America, and let me tell you, that is a good time. I mean, the people down there are beautiful. They put on really, really good events. You know, they love the sport of paintball, and they will suck up anything they can to get better. You know, and when it comes to a country, I'd say Venezuela. I mean, I go down to Venezuela quite a few times in the year, and those guys down there are great to me. I have a great time. It's a lot of fun.
Oh, yeah.
It's definitely a different place than being up here. But you know, a lot of people think, I mean, they might think of, hey, the PSP, the MPPL, Millennium Series. Well, there's a lot of different tournaments. I mean, Asia, Malaysia, they've got a huge, you know, series over there. There's a lot of places in this world, in this planet, that play paintball. You know, that's one of the things that I love about this sport, is that you can go to any country, and you're going to find people that play paintball, and they want it, and they have the same feelings as you do. There are kids out there, guys playing in teams that sacrifice and grind and play just as much as you guys, and that's how I've made some of the best friends I hopefully to have throughout the rest of my life.
Absolutely,
is this sport, and I can go pretty much go anywhere in any state and stay with a friend in paintball.
Yeah.
in the United States,
and
they
great,
can come to my house and stay with me.
I know, it's
you
great.
know, and we share it. I mean, everyone likes to party and have a good time, but everyone likes to play paintball, and everyone knows we all know what each other have sacrificed, and that's one of the greatest things about the sport. And I'm sure you can say that about any other sport, but I mean, this one you get to shoot people, so that kind of takes the cake for me.
Absolutely.
That's why I'm still in it. So I mean, I guess to go back to the question, and I really like Venezuela a lot, and actually Canada takes a really close second. Although I'm really not happy we lost those Impact guys. I
haven't spent much time in Canada. I've been to Vancouver and I've been to Montreal. Both those places were interesting in their own rights.
Yeah, I'll be up there next weekend.
I didn't realize how European Montreal is, though.
Oh, Quebec. The province of Quebec is very French.
It is. Oh, absolutely.
Don't call them French, because they don't like it.
No, they're definitely not French per se. They're from Quebec, and they're very proud of their heritage. They're French Canadian. But at the same time, it's, you know, I knew that going up there, but I've spent a lot of time in France, and then when I went to Quebec, I was like, wow, this is a lot like France, you know?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, and it's still your history lesson. It's still a monarchy up there, you know. They don't have.
I know. It's so interesting.
President.
Yeah.
Here we go with the fourth breakout of this consolation match between Assault and Upton 187. It appears that both teams are making it out 5 alive, with Assault taking the Snake. And
Assault able to make it into Snake 1, and passed into Snake 2.
And then Assault dropping a body from that corner. Your guy getting shot down the line.
So, and then a move from Upton into the insert bunker behind the Snake as they lose a player on the Dorito side of the field. And here comes Assault right now. Great field position for them. They need to score a point to try to tie it up. 6:12 left on the clock.
Yeah, now let's see this Assault. Let's see if he's on the camera. Now you're looking at the Upton 187 player shooting down the Snake side. But there's a guy for Assault in the Snake, and he's got no one down the tape. He's got to take advantage of that, you know, play the tape, and if he can, move into their Snake, and hopefully his back guys will feed off that, you know.
It's very important for the back guys and the front guys. And again, like you talked about, Nick, there really is no difference necessarily. It's just happened to be where you're playing at that moment. So if you're in the back, you need to be doing back player type stuff. If you're in the front, obviously you need to be getting into the grinder. But immediately when if the front player dies, the back player, you then become the front player. Very important to keep in mind. You always get a lot of questions too. Is like, well, when should I move up? And when? Well, that's there's so many different elements that are incorporated into that decision, and a lot of it has to do with that particular field layout. You know?
And then you just have to field out. You have to feed off your players. You know, I mean the Assault player right now is sitting in his back center bunker, and he's shooting. He will be shooting now at a different spot as the Upton player moves forward. But you know, to shoot from one back center to a corner is a long shot.
Yeah,
you know,
that's a long shot.
When the points get, you know, the game progresses and you're coming down to, as we've seen all day, 2-on-2s and 3-on-3s, you really have to get, you know, closer to the, and it's maybe called the danger zone. You know what I mean? You got to get yourself involved in the game and work with your other players. I mean, right now he's on both knees.
Yeah, basically, it's got to take you to the danger zone.
I was been waiting to say that.
Just take you to the.
I hope Nick Black is listening.
He's definitely probably not listening at this particular time.
But. I mean, the Assault player, he's got a guy in the Snake, essentially the Snake 50. okay, and he's got his other players on the Dorito 50. Now, how much damage control can you do once they die? Because you're going to have to make a move. And now he's finally making a move up the middle, and he's doing it with his gun down. He's posted up one way.
Well, and that's the big question: is it's control versus damage. It's control versus aggression. So it's okay if I'm in this spot. One, how much can I help my front guy? Two, can I watch over him? Literally watch over him. Somebody comes to get him. Can I get that guy? And then also, can I advance if need be to try to get in the mix as much as possible? Look at this right here. Ooh, you got to get that gun up a little sooner. Tyler
oh. And we've got a major penalty. It's going to be assessed to Upton.
So that was Tyler Nalig in there trying to get work done for assault. And it looks like they are going to take that point. So nice job by Tyler Nalig and assault. We're going to tie this up right now at 2 apiece. So we got ourselves a paintball game. Score is 2-2. 3 minutes and 29 seconds left here. These teams battling for 3rd and 4th place. And then after that, after this game at 2:40, around about 2:40, let's see what we got right now. We will see the D1 finals, and then directly after that, Dynasty and Russian Legion will be throwing down to see who wins the pro event here.
Yes, sir. And so you may have heard me call it a major penalty that was awarded to awarded to Upton 187. In Division 1 paintball, there are no penalty boxes. They do not use that. So a major penalty, I believe, just eliminates 2 players. I'm not too up to date on the full set of rules, but no one goes in the penalty box. There's no 2-minute timer as there is in pro paintball. You have the 1-minute minor and the 2-minute major.
It's almost a more destructive grenade that gets thrown at your team, because if you get a major penalty, Upton starts. So Upton starts 2 bodies down. But if somebody goes in the box, you can get them back at that same point if you're able to grind the time down. Now, if you just 2 people come off immediately and a 2-for-1, well, they're taking 3. You who got shot and had the penalty, and then 2 of your boys. So it's kind of a more destructive penalty almost, because there is no chance to get him back.
Nope, not at all.
And also, you're playing less points too, so it's even more immediate.
Yeah, you guys on your team will get mad at you. Let's say we got 3 minutes and 29 seconds left here in this game that we're tied at 2 apiece as a race to 5. Your D1 consolation match with Assault versus Upton 187. Assault in the green, Upton in your black and white with red. Starting 2 bodies down, and I guess I'd have to look more into it on the rules on why that is. But definitely not a good feeling, when you're playing in the finals or the constant, in the finals, trying to take home a paycheck.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's see if Assault can really push the envelope here and take advantage of this as they eliminate one of the players, essentially having a G3 on the break.
Well, here comes Mike Wicke, and I mean he doesn't even need to get in there.
Concede the point. And I wonder maybe if they shouldn't have just conceded the point right away once they saw their first player drop. But I don't know I don't know if that has any effect on the penalty. With Upton starting with only 3 players at that point. You know what? I think this is how I think. If I think back to it, because the penalties the major penalty was assessed on Upton at the end of the point, and I don't think they only had 1 player to pull, or no players to pull. That's why they had to start bodies down. If they had bodies to pull, and they were pulled during that point, they'd have no chance of coming back. But the next point, they would start with a full line, a full 5 guys.
It is interesting how the penalties are different for the divisional side of things.
And then teams try, if they want to make the jump, say Vicious or CEP coming up from the divisional ranks, when if they get penalties, the players just go to the pits, and then coming into this this year, it'd be a good question as a CEP players, and I don't know how many penalties they've gotten this year, but hey, did they run to the box or did they run to their pit, where they what I mean,
exactly.
Because there's a big difference going from not only on the playing side but in the rules, going from the pro ranks to the divisional ranks.
And those are the little things though that you just got to sharpen up and learn as you advance. All right, so the score is 2-3 here. Assault up 1 point against Upton 187. 3 minutes and 14 seconds remaining. And it looks like both teams are going to be at full strength right now. Again, in case you're just tuning in right now, you're looking at, that is Assault. They are in the green and black. Upton 187 in the white, black, and gray. And let's watch the breakout. So digging hard over is Mike Wiki, coming up the center now for Assault. And looks like Tyler Nagelig streaking out over here on the snake side of the field out to the back corner. And look at this though, Upton 187 alive and well in the center of the field, and he is trying to get a shot on Tyler Nagelig there, Nick.
Oh, good shooting by Tyler Nagelig though. He takes out Upton 187 snake player on the break. And at this point right now, I don't want to speak too soon. Assault has the upper hand with 5 bodies alive, making a nice move up there to 302. They're going to have to figure, Tyler's going to have to figure out, hey, that there's a guy in the center of the field trying to cut off my advance. Should he decide to go on the snake side, he's going to have to listen to his coaches and communicate with his players. With Assault having 2 guys up in the center, I'm looking to see someone go through and take out. Okay, there we go.
He didn't even, yeah, I was going to say that would have been perfect.
I should have said his name. He would have walked off.
Yeah.
But hey, well, look at that now. You got 3 Upton players walking off, and they only have 2 left to Assault's 5.
So it's the Penn State crew over here on the snake side of the field for Assault as Tyler Nagelig and Mike Wiki are doing work. Let's see if they can put another point on the board. Oh, but Mike Wiki ends up catching one, and he's going to walk off, so it's just Tyler Nagelig over here.
And I'd say, now you see Assault's player in the back center, okay? Shooting right. And I mean, you got a guy in the snake.
Oh,
wow.
Tyler Nagelig and now gets a little sloppy,
he's got to get out here. You know, you've got to spread the field. And he can't shoot his mirror back center to back center. So, I mean, he's just waiting for the Upton 187 player to fill out on the snake side. And I mean, in my mind, that's not the way I play paintball.
No,
you know,
you're not.
You don't take the moves from them. Don't let them make them. And let's see. You know, he let him make the move. You know.
And now he's finally making that move, and he's going to the center. That was the easy one, though. I don't necessarily know if. Well, let's see. It would have been hard for him to get out, but he probably could have done it. He could have gotten the cake, put him in, and then make the move. But I don't know. It's 105. But then again, Assault doesn't have to score another point to win this match.
That's true.
It's not like they have to go forward. So that's the safer play, I think.
If they're aware of it too, you know. Oh man.
Wow. Okay.
Head check
now
into a ball.
Let's see if Upton can take advantage of this.
It's 2-on-2, and now they're moving forward.
And this goes up again. We were talking about, hey, when you get to 20 seconds, if you're not dead by the end of the game or winning the match or tying it up, you're not doing your job.
Yeah, and the player for Upton, he fills to the corner when he's got to move him forward in the snake. You know, we're coming up on 30 seconds, and they've got to win this point. You know,
there he goes.
Let's go.
Okay.
Let's go.
Yeah, get
25 seconds.
Who's shooting at you, man? No one's shooting at you. There's no one shooting at you. Okay, now finally got his gun up on you, but just block him out. There you go. Cut to the center. Figure out where the guns are and make your move.
Don't drop.
And he might have enough time if he's alive.
Well, I don't think if they're going to call this player alive, that's going towards the flag.
So they didn't put any paint on.
Need to hang it. They're going to win. Okay.
So nice job by Assault as they are going to take it here. 3rd place goes to them in the consolation match against Upton 187. And we will have the division. So congratulations to them. We will have the divisional finals. D1 finals coming at you next, and then Dynasty taking on the Russians. I'm Matty Marshall up here with Nick Slowiak from Chicago Aftershock, and we'll be coming at you in just a few moments. Please stick around.